Last time on our boat story, we went through locks 11 and 12, a double lock that took us into the beginning of the town of Campbellford. Join us today on our boat Mahalo as we continue on through the town of Campbellford all the way up to lock 13. Aloha, we are Sava, Cynthia, and Alex, along with our two dogs, Lucy and Shadow. We're traveling America's Great Loop, a 6,000-mile North American waterway from Florida to Canada and back down via the Mississippi. Follow us on this journey on our boat called Mahalo. All right, so this is Alex here. We're on the top of 12. This was the double lock, and this is the view forward. And it looks like we have a bridge that we have to cross, and the bridge has to move before we can go. So this section of the canal seems to go right along both sides of the roads. Two roads go both either side. The canal's right down the middle. Pretty interesting. We just have to switch for this one. Lock 13 is a port and lock 15 is a port. So we got to switch between port and starboard in the next two locks. So as soon as we get to 14, have to go back to starboard. And so that's a little trick that Alex is doing right now. He's working with the fenders. And you see him right here, getting the fenders ready so that we don't hit anything.
So what I was saying for the non-nautical folk is we will be holding lock lines or the lock cables on the left side versus almost all locks are on the right. Lock 13 and lock 15 in Canadian Trent-Severn are port side, meaning on the left side, but that's where we have to hold the ropes. Finished moving our paddleboard from the left side to the right side because we have to use the left side of the boat to attach ourselves to the inside of the next lock wall. So here are some both mixture of old homes and ranchers, and there's a main thoroughfare here along this side with some park benches. On this side you've got some lovely, looks like tennis courts and more park-like settings. So you can walk, jog on this side, and there's some Canadian geese right here along by the trail. Two little squealing little seagulls. But look at these interesting houses. Two-story. A lot of them look like they've been remodeled and added siding, but they look like they're back from a ways back. So nice canal side living on this side, and your park with your tennis court and other community activities on this side. We're going to be going through what looks like the remains of an old bridge. See those cement stanchions? This looks like there used to be a bridge here back in the day. Passing a gas station called Up Energy. Alex is still working outside. I'm charging two of the headsets. There's even a little church right next to the gas station.
One of the few bigger towns. Bigger. It's really not that big, but it's bigger than what we've seen.
So is this a spillways off with the yellow tubings?
Yeah.
It looks like they don't want people to go in there.
No, they'd rather us not go down that way.
That is to protect people
So that
from going in there. So it says, welcome to Campbellford. There's beautiful big seabirds on top of the middle stanchion. Look at those ones with their bills. We'll try not to get you there too close.
Yeah, the spillway is giving us a little current here.
We've got current for this. Here it is. Welcome to Campbellford, deep in the heart of the river country. Seagull up on top. Definitely some leaves are changing over there next to that house. You can see the reds and the greens already. There's an interesting little community bridge coming up. I'm going to try to go a little closer. For this little clock tower looks so interesting. Not sure, but it looks like maybe it's definitely looks older, doesn't it? This little house here, even if it was older, certainly has a beautiful new red roof. It says, "Welcome to Old Mill Park." Looks like people can tie up along here if they want to. This is the Campbellford Water Treatment Plant. That could have been an old firehouse if it has doors in the front. Not really sure. I can't tell from this side, you know? Here's a cute little park. All you can tie up all along here. I'm not sure what the fee is, but there's cleats all along here. There's trash cans, picnic tables. There's like a large coin that has what looks like Queen Elizabeth in her younger days. Yes, it says Elizabeth. We could hear the church.
That was a sign that says Campbellford.
I heard the church bell ringing. We're going underneath this bridge right here. Not seeing cleats to tie up along this areas. Maybe there. Possibly. Now there's a pump. There's a pump there, but I don't know if that's for boats or not. Almost looks like it. Okay, so good to know. There is a marine fuel right after that bridge. There is the marine fuel right there. It says in a big sign, marine fuel, and there is the pump. So you can tie up here and get fuel. Good to know. And if you're coming, like heading eastbound, once you see this monument. Right, when you see this monument, you'll realize the gas is right after it, before the bridge, if you're coming this way. Yeah, it looks like a restaurant now, but it has the look of a church in a previous life. And it's called Dockside. Channel is definitely narrow, as you can see. You have to stay right there. Now on the cross the way, I'm so sorry you can't see it, but I caught it with my eye. Right straight through these houses, so you're not far from the bridge, is a food market. Right through those houses. I want to say it was called Harper's. No, Sharps. It says Sharps. So that's a food market right there. It has a red roof right on the other side of these houses, not too far from the bridge. So if you tied up somewhere and you walked across the bridge, you could go to a nice little food market right here. Somebody has taken an old canoe and filled it with beautiful yellow and red flowers. What a lovely flower box.
Lucky Lock 13 spread it.
Is that the one way down there? Or a power plant? Oh yes, it's to the left. There, this little red house is actually a little hotel on the waterfront. Isn't that cute? So I'm going to go down and start getting ready. But at least we got to show you a few things around this town. We'd even considered maybe stopping here, but since the weather has been so cool and nice and no rain, we're going to keep going. Now, away in the distance, I see an H for hospital, and it looks like, what, 3-4 stories? So it seems like a nice sized hospital if one had a need right here. So Alex has the paddleboard out here. We're counting on it not sliding around with its apparatus on top of it to hold it. Once we get through the next 3 locks, because 13 and 15 will have to be done on that side, we'll re-secure it back on our left side or port side. So maybe you can see the H for the tall brick chimney of the hospital is there. So it looks like a nice sized hospital.
Aloha, we are in lock 13. This is the one we had to go to the port side. You see Alex on the left side of the boat holding on. The next one is not that far away. Lock 14 is back to the right side, and then 15 back to the left side. This is where it goes back and forth. But check out those pretty flowers right there. Lucky 13 lock. Lucky lot 13 right there. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we are leaving the Lucky Lock 13, which is a portside tie-up. So we go up, and we're going to go on to 14. 14 is only 1.6 miles away, so it's rather quick way, and Alex is going to have to move a couple fenders here. Aloha, and thank you for joining us on this trip from Lock 12 through the town of Campbellford over here to Lock 13. We thank you so much for joining us. Hope you enjoyed this journey. In the meantime, please give us a thumbs up. Like, share, and subscribe to your friends. That would really help our channel and helps others discover this fantastic journey of the Great Loop. And we'll see you again next time as we continue on the Trent-Severn Waterway.